Hello, this is In-Depth Conversations. Welcome to my channel. Will Smith and Janet Hubert. What I wanted to talk about was the reunion, but I wanted to say that I don't think I don't think Will Smith's apology is real. This is why I say that. I'm sure everyone has saw this sit down between the two of them, so I'm not going to get into too much to what was said other than Janet Hubert's career was hurt by Will Smith directly. And this is what I wanted to say. Because of Will Smith and the rest of the people, of course, the producers, but Will was a strong lead in hurting her name, putting dirt on her name, making her name be synonymous with the word difficult. So because of Will Smith, Janet was hurt. Her acting job stopped. She was labeled difficult. So there was real pain, and not only including with this pain, there was loss of money. And when I think of the loss of money, that hurts her family because she doesn't have money and can't get acting jobs. You see, her life deteriorates. And from my perspective, all Janet Hubert wanted was Will to basically clear her name. That's a very humble thing because of what actually happened to her. Look at Will was able to take off and do all these amazing acting jobs. Not to say he's not a good actor, but he was able to do all that. And I'm sure if, the roles were reversed and Janet was saying this about Will, how Will is difficult, his career would have been really hurt. I just don't understand why Will thought it was okay to talk to the media about, or why Will thought it was okay to talk to the media and throw those words out on Janet Hubert. Like, if you watched the sit down, Janet Hubert said, it's hard enough being a dark skinned black woman in this industry. And I just think people who say, I'm happy that their reunion happened, or this is for the culture and I'm so happy, the real resolution I feel cannot be given because a black woman at the end of the day was hurt by a black man's words. Will, I feel like, egged it on from Janet's perspective. And it's sad because when Will, gives the okay to say, yeah, Janet's difficult and go into the media saying whatever at that time, what this does is it gives the white producers an out. These white producers already don't want to hire, a black woman like Janet. Janet has standards. She already stated that she required a certain level of respect on set. They already don't want to hire a black woman who wants to stand up for herself or ask for what she's worth, ask for equal pay, or ask for pay that she feels that she, is required to get. So the easy way to do is say, oh, Will Smith called her difficult. Look at that black man. That black man that started the show called her difficult. We're definitely, not going to want to hire her, and it's not on the white producers anymore. The blame has shifted towards Will because he said that. This is a scapegoat. Is used as a scapegoat to say, look, this black woman, Janet, can't be hired. And I feel like Will played into the hands of that. And when I think about this reunion, it's kind of sad because for me, I feel like Will can understand that he hurt Janet. But the thing is, look at the damage that was done to her career. Look at the damage that was done to Janet's career. And think about it. Like I said, after all this time, all she wants is an apology. And from my perspective, Will could understand it now, but sadly, he had to have all these children. He had to have children for himself to understand a woman through that time was hurt, and a black woman. We need to reevaluate our standards as a community because, this notion of black women being protected is going around, and definitely need to do a better job, especially the black men. And like I said, for me, I feel like this is about Will's legacy. He wanted to make it right because he didn't want to have any quote unquote stain on his legacy. And this is about redemption for Will. And I feel like it's more about the red table talk because he has his wife doing healing. He has to include someone he hurt, which is Janet, and make it right. But for me, it's all around sad because, like I said, a black woman was hurt and her job stopped from his words. And of course, like I said, it gave producers the permission to be like, we don't have to hire her, but this is all from Will. And just to get it clear from Janet's perspective, Janet felt like Will kept feeding the media sound bites that weren't necessary, and that were degrading towards Janet's character. So that's why Janet, I feel like, placed a lot of blame on Will. But like I said, for me, forgiveness and an apology isn't the message in this. A black woman, again, was hurt, and the cause was at the hands at a black man, and his words, a black man's words. And this sounds like Monique today. So as we continue to progress, we can see the same type of issues happening, and it's at the hands of black men with black women. I know that's a different conversation, but it somehow ties into this conversation. And like I said, I want to say how whack does it look that Will Smith is calling out and calling Janet, calling a woman out. Just think about that. If anything, you should have called Tupac out over Jada. Like, this is ridiculous. It's so weak to call a woman out for saying she's labeled difficult. This whole thing is just so ridiculous when you really think about it. And if you think you can't get jobs after being labeled difficult when you're white, look at Charlize Theron and Tom Hardy from Mad Max. They clearly had a problem with each other, but none of their acting careers stopped. It's just, at the end of the day, this makes me so sad and mad for Janet Hubert. But I'm glad she got what she wanted. But she could have done a lot of other things with acting. And, we've already known she was an amazing talent. It's sad that we don't get to see what she could have done, and she doesn't get to act that out. But at the end of the day, this dynamic between black men and black women has to evolve into something better. What do you think? Comment below. Thank you for watching.